Hi everybody, my name is Sarah, Pearls of Wisdom and Food on both YouTube and Facebook. And it's daylight out there. Wow. I just went to Market Basket and they are a huge chain in the Northeast. And there are two brothers that own it and they were squabbling. And one side, most of the employees sided with one of them. And anyways, huge dispute. They went on strike. Stores were shut down. Amazing. Amazing. And the employees and the brother that wanted what he wanted for his employees won. And they've even made a documentary of it. So it's about 14 miles away. And I decided to go there for giggles to see what I was missing. And I got a few fun things. I got holy avocados, not guacamole, but the little medallions that are just avocado. And I actually prefer them because I just don't like other people's spices in my things. And I'd rather add my own hot peppers if I want it, or keep it plain and use it as like a salad dressing base. I got some portobello mushrooms, and I just made portobello pizza with pepperoni. They didn't have any uncured pepperoni. I scanned the whole store twice, and so I ended up getting the Corando. So don't shoot me, chemical gods. But it was delicious. I just had that for lunch. And 2 caps with cheese and sauce and pepperoni, 253 calories for the 2 of them. Yeah, that's a nice lunch. I enjoyed that. Then I had a half of a peach and an ounce of organic raisin red grapes. Oh, can you imagine? So now I'm just sitting here and I'm mulling. When I went to the conference on drugs, understanding drugs, alcohol, and food, it was fascinating. And she was talking about overweight people. And she was saying that if you're not overweight and you are working with overweight people, that in no time you might be gaining weight. And I thought that was very fascinating, and I totally got it. And there was probably 200, 225 people in the room, mostly women. And you could tell who came together because they kind of matched in groups of 2s and 3s and 4s. And, the office workers kind of matched in body types. And you could tell that after a while, you all start kind of eating the same way with permission. And I know that I've done that before. I remember working for a truck company, and I was a little rabble-rouser, and at 19, I went to the Teamsters Union. Oh, yes, I did. And I had the office organized and tripled my pay, and then management immediately laid me off, thinking, who does she think she is? And then a union member came to my house, as a matter of fact, and said, they can't lay you off. They have to reinstate you and pay you for the time that you haven't been there, because they thought, I guess I didn't know that. And they were right. I didn't know that until the union rep came to me. It was great. That was fun. But I was working with a woman that thought having a large, like out to here, cut in half, cheeseburger sub every day for lunch on white sub roll with American cheese, that was an okay lunch to have. And she probably was drinking Tab at the time. And so I kind of followed suit, and I began to put on weight. And so I thought it was interesting. So when she mentioned that about the office workers, I said, yeah, that's true. All of a sudden, you're with other people, and they bring in nummies like, how many times have even us, right, made a batch of something and said, I can't keep this in the house. So you bring it to work and hope other people have it. And that's when you're good and strong on your food plan and you're not going to be swayed. But let's face it, there are times that, we don't have a food plan, we aren't strong, and we fall prey to the habits of the other coworkers. I know that people always come by my desk and they say, "Ah, your lunch looks so good. Will you make me a salad like that?" Or that roll-up thing, that rollatini, or what is that? What is it that you're eating? And I'll say yogurt and Teddy peanut butter, and they'll go, "Oh my God, that seems so good." Well, this is all stuff that I can buy for them, or I do buy for them. It's just funny. But one woman said, you should open your own salad shop instead of working here. And it's like, yeah, maybe I should. But and that's funny because out of Men's Health, my favorite magazine, I've got these 5 unbelievably beautiful pictures of salads. And so I'm sure that'll be another video coming up. But I thought that was fascinating what the woman said about if you work with overweight women, there's a good chance you're going to gain weight too. And I get that. And I've been there and I've done that. And all of a sudden, it doesn't seem like a bad idea. And so I know that, I'm kind of glad that where I work is like a complex. So you have to walk from building to building and up some stairs to see the boss, to have a conference where a staff meeting is, for me to get into the safe, to do some of the office administrator things. And so I'm glad because I'm moving my haunches, at least once an hour. Sometimes going into the basement to check out the fridges and freezers to see what foods are there as I'm doing the inventory, things like that. And so I'm glad for that. And I think it's kind of mixed. The overnight people tend to weigh more. And just ironically, the ones that do the overnights, excuse me. And there are a few overweight people, but we also have some rather trim ones too. So it's an interesting cut of many different people. But in the, I don't want to use air quotes, but a typical type of office, not like in a substance abuse facility, you can notice the people, I've noticed it at the registry. I've noticed it at other places that I've gone where, you can tell that they've worked together a long time and they kind of have the same body types after a while because things look okay, things are okay. And you kind of wonder if one steps out of all that food, is that okay? And says, no, it's not okay. I want to do something about my weight. Or if you're older, you can be younger too, my weight and my health, both, doing something about it, stepping away from the pack and saying, you know what? I'm not doing another Christmas where I gain 8 pounds again that never comes off, even though I promise it will. And Weight Watchers is happy to see me again as I pay my $80 for the initiation, whatever it is, and fees. And it's just an interesting observation. And what else did I get at Market Basket? An English cucumber, some red leaf lettuce, lots of cheeses, lots of raw milk cheeses, raw milk blue cheese, raw milk hot pepper Monterey Jack cheese, raw Munster. I got Greg some sour cream, and I spent $111. I managed to get some things. I found some pizza sauce made by Market Basket, 40 calories and a quarter of a cup, which was the 2 caps. It filled the 2 caps, and it had the least sugars of all the pizza sauce they offered. And it has it's in a glass jar with a screw-on top that I like, so I can make it last a little bit longer. Because I was buying the Palm initially for my almond meal pizzas, and that comes in that like the milk crate thing, like chicken stock thing. It's that heavy cardboard thing, and it just went bad, and I couldn't keep an eye on it, and it didn't have like even a twisty thing, although I've seen them with it since, the little cap. So yes, I'm very pleased with my purchases. But of course I didn't get everything I needed. But such is the way of grocery shopping. Oh, I got 2 fillets. I got a turkey breast with, raised with no hormones, no antibiotics, no blah blahs, and 3 pork chops with the same label on them. So those are some meals coming up here at the Cape Cod house. So anyway, this is it. I just thought I would do a day off update, portobello mushroom pizza with pepperoni update, because it's fun. And if you're working with people that don't have the body size that you desire, you have to be real strong to work against the incoming tide, because it's very difficult. It's like being in a room with non-smokers, or with smokers. How long would it take you, a former smoker, before it started seeming like an idea? Or like an alcoholic hanging out in bars, how long would it take them to think that this is a good idea and they can drink in safety? I can't eat in safety, and so I have to be very, very vigilant about how I do it, which is why I bring my own food to work and I don't rely on whim. I can't do whim for lunch. Thanks so much for watching. This has been Sarah, Pearls of Wisdom and Food. Bye-bye for now.